This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Joseph Diaz, otherwise known as Jojo, here in sunny Miami, but it's the night time now. Joseph, how are you doing?
Doing good, man. Feeling great. It's already 3 more days to the fight night. Preparation was extremely good this time around. Covered all the bases, and I know Tevin Farmer is a good, tough fighter, but I'm going to go out there and give them all and give the fight fans a fight that they want to see. And at the end of the night, I will be announced the new champion.
A lot of people are actually really excited for the fight, and we kind of see it as a 50-50. In your opinion, is this a fight which will steal the show? Do you think it will be the main attraction on the night?
I honestly think it should be the main event, to be honest. I think me and Tevin Farmer, we built the hype good enough throughout the last year, and he's a great, hell of a fighter. He defended his title for five defenses already. I think 5 defenses or 4 defenses. And now with me, I'm building my way up. Unfortunately, I didn't win a world title at 126 against Gary Russell. I didn't make weight, but now I'm at this newer weight, and I just feel like it should be the fight that everybody wants to see, and everybody's been talking about it. I honestly think it's the main event, but there is great fights on the card, but we're going to go and steal the show, man. I know Tevin Farmer's going to go out there and give it his all, and I'm going to go out there and give it a bash.
Just talk to me about, obviously, the little rivalry that's been created between yourself and Tevin, back and forwards over social media. We saw you both in LA at the KSI Logan Paul fight. I think it was a weigh-in day when you both had a little altercation there. Just talk to me about where the rivalry stemmed from.
Yeah, I think the rivalry stemmed from me moving up in weight at 130 pounds. I knew that Tevin Farmer, he was one of the best in the divisions at that time. It was him against Gervonta Davis, and with me, I want to fight the best in the division. That's why I called out Gary Russell at the time when I was fighting at 126. I just want to fight the best, and I want to. When I win a world title, I want to win it by defeating the best in the division. I don't want to just win a title, getting handpicked and becoming a champion like that. That's not me. I'm not going to be satisfied as far as my legacy and my career. So I challenged myself. I knew that Tevin Farmer was one of the best in the divisions, so I started tweeting on him, started talking shit here and there on Twitter, and he caught on. He read one of my tweets, started talking shit back. Then I fought in May on a Canelo card, and in the press conference he came out to me and he confronted me, and then that's when things got a little out of hand. We started talking exchanges of words. The fight got built up after that, and I would say 6-7 months after that, man, we finally got a contract signed, and now the fight's here. And now the fight has arrived, and now all the words are already done with. Now it's time to let our fists do the talking.
It's interesting you mentioned social media there. How significant can it be in this day and age? Not just with regards to possibly making a fight or getting in touch with people, but just on a wider scale. How important is it for yourselves to kind of promote your own agendas and to achieve what you want?
I mean, social media is huge. You got 2 YouTubers fighting on this card as a co-main event. I mean, that just tells you a lot how big social media is. With me, I know that I got to be a little more, branding myself a little more to get my name out there a little more as far as social media, and it's just all strategy. At the end of the day, it's a business, it's a strategy to get your name out there, to build your brand, and to become the star that you want to become. If you got the tools inside that ring to become a champion, and then you got the characters to do that outside the champion, I mean, big things come. So, I mean, everything's falling into place right now. My main focus is, not social media. I wanted to really, focus, getting my social presence known just to get this fight, just to get this world title, because that's what I dreamed of my whole entire life, was becoming a world title holder and becoming a world champion. So I had to go out there and talk my shit, and to get these guys to recognize me, and get to and to make this fight happen, and to make everything possible to make this fight happen, which I did. Now the fight is finally made. I focused extremely on this fight, most importantly because I know that this is my third time going into a world championship fight. So I covered all the bases, and I feel like my experience is going to make me overcome Tevin Farmer come Thursday night.
Have you ever thought about how much your life would change if you was to be victorious, with regards to the more recognition you'd receive across the public? Obviously you'd get a lot more people probably asking for photos, etc. The more money you'd be able to negotiate in contracts, just how your life in general would be able to change if you was to be successful for the better.
Oh, day in and day out. That's all I think about. That's all I thought about this whole training camp, knowing that my life is going to change after I beat Tevin Farmer. Not only my life, the people around me. I want to, put on for my family and my loved ones and my close friends. I want to make sure that everybody is right and everybody's doing good with the money that I'm bringing to the table. I got to feed my family and I got to feed everybody else. So knowing that I'm given this opportunity to go out there and I'm opening up the door. The chance of me, seeing that type of money is right there. It's just one fight away. It's motivating to me. I mean, there's not a lot of stress. It don't stress me at all. It motivates me to go out there and dethrone Tevin Farmer and to be at my best come Thursday night. That's why I really prepared very well for this fight, and I'm ready for anything.
So what should we expect on Thursday night? How exactly are you kind of seeing the fight playing out? What are you expecting from Tevin?
I've seen Tevin's fight. I really don't want to go, expose my game plan. But I know that Tevin Farmer, he's a very, very slick defensive fighter. We brought in a couple guys that are very slick, just like him, in for training camp. And like I said, this is the best I've been this whole camp. I feel strong. I feel elusive. I feel quick. I feel slick. Everything is going to show comes Thursday night. Everything that I worked for ever since I was 11 years old. All the hard work that I put in, all the countless hours I put in inside that gym, the determination, the sacrifice, and the discipline that I put in all those 16 years, it's all going to pay off come Thursday night.
Moving forwards, if you was to be successful, you obviously got the world title in your hands then. Is it to immediately look to unify, or is it an easy defence, maybe have a couple of defences to earn a bit of extra money to make the most of being a world champion? How exactly are you expecting the coming year to play out, provided you were successful?
I want to fight the best. So after this fight, once I defeat Tevin Farmer, I want to unify titles. I know that the money's going to be right once I unify the titles, but I know that I could beat all these champions at 130 pounds. These guys are very good fighters, but they don't have the experience that I have inside that ring. And like I said, once I dethrone Tevin Farmer, I'm gonna call out all the other champions, and I want to unify titles. I want to clean out the division at 130 pounds and become that big name at 130 pounds, then make my way up to 135.
In your opinion, who is the other toughest challenge for yourself at 130 pounds? Is it Jamal Herring? Is it Leo Santa Cruz? Is it Miguel Berchov? The other world champions, who do you think would offer you the toughest test?
The toughest test for me, I think, would probably be Berchelt right now. He's a young, hungry lion, very quick and very strong with his punches. I think he's very confident in his game right now. And confidence is the key in the sport, and I think that he has it right now. So I think right now, Berchelt will be the toughest the toughest test. But like I said, these fights are all big fights. Leo Santa Cruz is a really, really tough test for me. Abner Mares, Jamal Herring, Andrew Cancio, Rene Alvarado that I defeated already, and Berchelt, Oscar Valdez is moving up as well. So, I mean, the 130 pound division is very, very stacked, and there's going to be plenty of fights to be made after this fight.
Just a word on Jamal Herring as well. There's a lot of talks at the minute that he may be facing Carl Frampton next. If that fight was to happen, how do you think it would play out?
Me and Jamal Herring, we're stablemates. We were in the 2012 Olympic team, and I know how hard Jamal Herring works. I know how focused he is, and I know how determined he is. And I've seen a lot of progress in his boxing, and I've seen that he's improved. And right now he's on top of his game. And I think that Carl Frampton, he's a hell of a fighter. He's an experienced fighter, but I just think that Carl Frampton is not as tall and not as big enough to get in the middle and get in the pocket for Jamal Herring to feel that type of pressure and to feel his punches. I think Jamal Herring is going to fight a smart fight, a clean fight, keep him on the outside, just box him, utilize his jab because he is a bigger fighter, and I think it's going to be an easy night for Jamal Herring.
As well, I just want to get your thoughts on a few other things. You mentioned earlier there's obviously a YouTube fight on this card. What are your thoughts with the crossover now? It seems to be we'll see a lot more of it in the coming years. What are your thoughts on seeing YouTubers having such well, they're obviously high up on the card? What are your thoughts on their progress into the paid ranks professional?
You know what? These YouTubers, they have millions of followers. They have millions of followers, and I know that it's a business for DAZN to have these followers subscribe to their network where they can generate the money, and it's all a business at the end of the day. But I mean, for them to transition into boxing like that, it's good for the sport of boxing because it's getting more eyes on the sport of boxing, which I think the sport of boxing is a tremendous sport where a lot of people should have the eyes on. So I think it is a good impact for the sport, but I think that these YouTubers should stay in their lane. I think that they should, keep on fighting YouTubers. I don't think that these YouTubers should, fight a boxer that's been training their whole entire life as a fighter, because then that's when things are going to get people are going to get hurt, and things are going to, they're going to get embarrassed, and it's not going to be as exciting because it's going to be one-sided, and these professional boxers, they're not going to benefit anything by defeating these guys. They're going to be getting talked down upon and all that stuff. So what I think is I think it's good for the sport of boxing, but like I said, I think these YouTubers should just keep on fighting YouTubers and just keep it like that, keep it exciting like that, and just bringing in these new fans and stuff, and nothing more. I don't think none of these fighters should challenge any other boxers or anything like that, because like I said, we're built different, and I think that someone will get hurt seriously.
And obviously you got Demetrius Andrade on the card as well, but I'm not going to touch on his fight. I wanted to ask you something else. At the minute, there's a lot of rumours about Canelo possibly facing Murata. But where do you think Demetrius Andrade, I mean obviously Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, where do you think they all rank for Canelo, and what fight would you like to see next for him, for Canelo?
I would like to see Canelo fight Andrade if Andrade comes victorious. I mean, Andrade, he's put in all the work throughout the years. He's defended his title, and he's a hell of a fighter. And I think he deserves a big fight like Canelo, just for he could showcase to everybody his true talents and to showcase who he is. Canelo's on top of his game. I think he's the best fighter in the sport of boxing right now. He has everything, man. He has the defense, he has the slickness, he has the power. I just think that he's untouchable right now. But I mean, it's up to Canelo. Yeah, he's the A side. He gets to choose whoever he wants to fight at the end of the day, because, like I said, he is the biggest name in the sport of boxing right now. So no matter who Canelo fights, I'm going to be tuning in, because I'm a huge Canelo fan, and I love how he fights, and I love what he delivers to the sport of boxing. So no matter who it is, the opponent, I'm going to be excited, and I'm going to be tuning in.
And finally, we're about a month away now from Wilder Fury 2. Just what are your thoughts on that one, Joseph? Break it down for me.
That's a huge fight. I like both fighters. I like Tyson Fury, and I like his story. I think he's a hell of a fighter, and I love Deontay Wilder as well. I think it's going to be a very tough fight. I think it's a close fight to call, depending on how these guys are going to go about it. I feel like Tyson Fury, he was coming in with a good game plan, but he was dipping to the right a lot. He was dipping down, leaning back and dipping down to the right, and he was making Wilder miss that right hand the whole fight. But in the later rounds, that's when Wilder finally caught on, and he started landing that right hand, and that's when he dropped Tyson Fury, and he almost knocked him out. Tyson Fury ended up catching on, got up, and fought throughout the fight, but Wilder already caught on with his motion and exactly what he's doing. So I think if Tyson Fury is coming in with the exact same game plan and with that same step back, dip down, I think Wilder's going to knock him out. But I think if Tyson Fury comes with the game plan where he is actually going to be the aggressor and smother Deontay Wilder, make sure that Deontay Wilder is not fighting at his range and at his leverage where he's able to deliver those powerful shots, I think it's going to be a tough fight, and I think Tyson Fury could pull it off. So I think it's a 50-50 fight, depending on how these guys fight that fight. I'm just excited to be watching, man. So I just can't wait to that fight to be made, and I just can't wait for fight night. It's going to be a good fight.
A final word to yourself before I let you go. What would you like to say to everybody ahead of Thursday night?
Thursday night, guys, make sure you guys tune in. I promise you guys I'm going to deliver you guys an excellent fight. It's going to be a fight that all the fight fans are going to want to see. Hopefully, it's going to be the fight that's going to steal the show. I know it's going to be a contender of Fight of the Year. Tevin Farmer is a hell of a fighter. I know that he don't want to get dethroned, and I know that he wants to keep on defending his title. But I'm a young, hungry lion that has already been through a lot in my professional career. Missed 2 title shots, and now I'm coming for the 3rd one, and I'm hungrier than ever, and I'm going to leave it all inside that ring. So make sure you guys tune in Thursday night on DAZN. I promise you guys fireworks.
Joseph Diaz, it's been a pleasure to speak to you for the first time. Thank you for your time, and thanks for speaking to myself on Boxing Social.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate it, bro.